Hello, I'm here at the Crumbs Doilies shop in Soho, and remember a couple of weeks ago when I did banoffee pie? Well, I have a glut of bananas in my freezer at the moment because I keep buying them and I keep just not being able to get through them in a week. So when they get to a particular colour, really brown or black even, I whack them in the freezer because I know that that is the perfect colour for baking. So today I'm going to show you a really delicious recipe. It's a banana and milk chocolate blondie. So I've already prepared my tin. I've got a 9-inch square tin here. I've just greased the sides and the bottom and then put some baking parchment or baking paper at the bottom. That's going to make it really easy to take out. And the first thing I need to do is to burn my butter. Burning, but you don't have to, you could just use melted butter, but burning the butter gives it a really round, nutty flavour, which is perfect in this recipe. So I have 170 grams of unsalted butter. I'm just going to put that over a medium heat. So once all the butter's melted, you just need to stir it and keep stirring it until it goes a really nice nutty colour. You'll get a nice aroma as well of that burnt butter flavour. That will probably take about 5 minutes. Right, so that is looking perfect. It's got a really nice dark brown colour. I'm just going to pour that into this bowl. It's a heat-proof bowl so it doesn't warp or anything. And I'm going to set that to one side for about 5 minutes just to cool down a little bit because it's pretty hot. So next I'm going to prepare my dry ingredients. I have 225 grams of plain flour in this bowl. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder and ½ teaspoon of salt. So once you've made sure that's really well mixed, you can just put that to one side because that's the last thing to go in. And now I'm going to get my bananas ready. Now I am using really super ripe, I mean beyond ripe bananas, and this is perfect because the more ripe they are, the more kind of overpoweringly banana-y they are, which is brilliant. If you have an unripe banana, then it just doesn't put that flavour of banana anywhere near your baking. So make sure you've got these, like I do, just freeze them when they get to this point, and then you can just bring them out the freezer when you need to. Just let them sit at room temperature for about ½ an hour and they'll be ready to use. So I'm going to slide these guys out of their skins. And these are so soft and squishy, I could probably just do this with a fork or a spoon. I'm going to use a little whisk. Just mash them up until they're all nice and mashed. So once they're all mashed and kind of gross looking, put them to one side. And now I have 2 large free-range eggs. I'm just going to mix a teaspoon of vanilla and 2 tablespoons of maple syrup with those. And then using the same whisk as before, just mix those together. Okay, so now I've got all my ingredients ready to go. I'm going to start making my batter. So I'm bringing back my brown butter, which is nice and sort of lukewarm, so it's not going to cook my eggs or anything like that. I'm dumping in 280 grams of light, soft brown sugar. And then using a whisk, just mix that all together till it's just combined. You don't want to try and whip it up and make it all fluffy, just literally just combine it. Then add your eggs, which have been mixed together with maple syrup and vanilla. And again, just mix that until it is combined. Next up, add your bananas. And now grab your flour mixture back, pop that in, along with 50 grams of milk chocolate chips. And then using a spatula this time, so not the whisk, just fold that in. And once that is a nice, smooth-ish batter, obviously you've got chocolate chips and bits of banana in there, but once it's all really well mixed, grab your prepared tin and pour the lot in. Now we're almost there. I'm just going to make the top look pretty, and I have a bar of milk chocolate here. It's about 50 grams again. I'm just going to break pieces off and scatter them along the top. And once you've done that, it's time to bake it. And I've got my oven preheated at 180 degrees C. I'm going to bake this for 23 to 25 minutes or until a skewer comes out almost clean when I stick it in the middle. My blondie has come out of the oven and it's cooled down completely, so now it's time to chop it up and see what's going on inside. And here it is, a really moist, super banana-y, delicious Blondie, and I cannot wait to try it. It's really fudgy. Ooh, and that lovely chunk of chocolate on top. It's gonna be so good. Mmm, yum. Oh, it's really moist. It's kind of cakey. And I think that's the bananas kind of doing their thing. It is really good. I'll have another bit. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope this gives you inspiration to use up those horrible black bananas that you've been ignoring in the fruit bowl. I'll be back next week with another recipe. Don't forget you can subscribe to my channel by clicking on the link at the end if you want to get the scoop on when I do another video. And that's it from me. See you next week. Bye.